It's the Cable
Hey, it looks great. I kind of like that, like, orcs have gone way down. Makes me feel a lot better about playing Goblin Welder, potentially. Alright, Mox Field updated. Put it on 5 cards. And I could have I could have engineered for Painter this turn and ran out either Lantern or Grindstone and set up for a kill next turn. Now I'm a mana short. I'm more than mana short anyway. Chaos Defiler doesn't hit lands, right? Non-land. Not great against the One Ring. This is Tool, yeah. If I had one more mana, I could activate Grindstone and then weld out the Grindstone for the Painter's Servant, so that when the Grindstone ability resolved, I have the Painter down. As is, I don't think there's a real strong reason to hold up Welder. Like, I don't have a Reb or anything to make the Painter's Servant particularly useful this turn. So I'm just going to do this. Welder being useful versus opposing artifacts. Classic. Does give them their petal back. The Saga might be getting a Needle now, if they main deck it. Kind of unlikely. I don't think it's a common main deck card these days. With Scam being the deck to beat. No real Needle targets in that deck. Making a Construct token has got to be the best sign ever, right? Oh, they might have a Graveyard Hate piece to grab. But fortunately, we have another Goblin Engineer that can go get another Goblin Welder. Not a big deal there. Yeah, the draw was pretty bad if they're making a Construct token there. Because, like, on board, the Construct can just get welded back into a Lotus Petal, right? Well, this certainly feels like enough to stop me from winning on my turn. Get this Karn off the board, huh? I think I might engineer up another Painter. Just fucking brute force this Lantern. Yeah, I know Callum's not playing Arena, but I saw some other players jamming it. And I don't have City of Traders anyway, so figured I'd try it out, see if it does anything. Grind the ring into a petal. The one ring, we did that earlier, and we're not going to do that here. I guess I should have activated Welder first. Would have saved me a Lotus Petal if I do it in the opposite order. There's a little bit of concern. Oh, this shouldn't have served the reflection here. I should have left it up to copy Welder, potentially weld out the ring. Just in case they've got an Emrakul in there and the Grindstone's not lethal this turn, then there's like no reason to let them draw with the one ring. They'd be drawing so much too. That would be an embarrassing way to lose. We can't Grindstone on my turn because of the protection, but now it's their upkeep. Totally fine time to Grindstone. Might not have had a choice, Alexander 5. Cool. Needle for one ring, for sure. I kind of don't hate a Magus or two, Bolt's okay versus Karn, but I think I just want some Magus action. I guess Magus hits my own Saga. Maybe that's bad. That's bad. Maybe Fury's best. If we're just thinking about Karn. Leave a couple Furies, leave a Bolt. It's not great, but whatever. If we're worried about dismembers from them, we could consider Blessing. We're going to leave our Vexing Baubles in. The opponent also plays Vexing Baubles, but they do have more zeros than me. I think this hand's too slow. You go turn one, hold up a red, and they don't play a blue card because they're not really blue. Then you go Goblin Engineer for something, and then turn 3 Fable or activate Saga. It's just way too slow for this matchup. This looks much better. Even though we don't have a source of red mana, at least we got a little bit of acceleration. At least we're doing stuff. I think it would have been the Chaos Defiler here. Looks like my opponent's start's much better than last game. Well, Pyroblast can also hit Karn Wit's End. Pyroblast is really good with Painter's Servant. Defense Grid? Defense Grid's your last card? You still have in Defense Grids? I guess to counter Pyroblast, Well, now we have to decide. We've got a decision to make here, and that's whether we should be turn 2 Fabling or turn 2 activating Urza's Saga. That's gonna... I think we play the Saga, right? I think we play this Saga, get the Painter's Servant down, and then the Saga tears up Grindstone, and we just have a turn 3 kill. And then I might not even activate the Saga on turn 2. It feels weird to have turn 1 Saga, turn 2 activate against this opponent that's like not doing anything at all turn 1 here. But I think I'm just supposed to go for the kill. They have their own Vexing Bauble, sure. So next turn we can float, go get Grindstone, play Ancient Tomb, and activate Grindstone. And if that doesn't work for whatever reason, at least we can Pyroblast a Grim Monolith or something. 6 mana? Opponent must have drawn a good one, Ballista for 4? Hate that for me. Close Command can make sense. Well, shit, Getting kind of punished for not going for the Fable line. Fable's so much better for just like giving you a bunch of value and stuff. Helping you grind through disruption. If they break this turn, though, we would have just had a win. That would have been pretty good. Now we can't activate this Saga again. I really want to needle the One Ring here. But I'm going to grab the Grindstone, and then Goblin Engineer is going to go get me a Painter. Then they're going to have another turn to rip. I actually think I'm supposed to crack this Vexing Bauble. Maybe I'm not. I'm a mana short. I'm a mana short of a win next turn. And the Vexing Bauble could get me there. Very awkward stuff. Yeah, we don't rip a land. We have to play Fable, and then that's very slow, right? Fuck. Well, we would have had the win. That's not nothing. Correct, I'm random. But yeah, Goblin Engineer takes a mana to activate, and so I was one short. But the Lotus Petal would have gotten me there, right? It's frustrating how much better this game would have played out if I just played the Fable on too. Hard to predict. Hard to predict there'd be runner removal spells there. You want Welder and Grindstone in an MH set? Ooh. That's probably too much to ask for. There is a lot of Eldrazi action in Modern. Maybe it'd be fine. Correct, both removals were off the top. I don't know what that is, Bill. But I trust your judgment. If I had Arena here, would this be a win? Goblin can attack for another Lotus Petal. Engineer would have haste. Yeah, I think that's a win. Worth noting. Yeah, I think we had good chances this game. Didn't quite line up. I'm bringing these Apostles' Blessings. They're probably better than Bolt and Fury. Oh, very cool, Bill. No, that's like their backup plan, Maxwell. You shouldn't be sideboarding for their backup plan. A lot of times they just kill you. Like a game where they do nothing but make a couple of tokens, you should be winning that most of the time. Our main concerns in the matchup are Karn and them just comboing off with One Ring. Yeah, this hand's really close. I think. I'll send it back though. You can't wait to watch Severance. Severance is really good. I could turn one Fable here. I almost dig that. The issue with turn oneing the Fable is that we don't have Spirit Guide plus Blessing to protect the Painter's Servant. With the amount of removal they played last game, I think actually Trying to protect Painter's Servant might be smart. So I guess that was just another Pyroblast. The Apostle's Blessing there. But it can actually, like, protect welders and stuff, too. You don't need to have the Painter's Servant in play. Which would have been relevant last game. Hey, Maxwell KP, thanks for 13 months. The ads! The ads! How's Tricks? I'm in a really good mood today. I'm going to go play some Paper Legacy at Gen Con tomorrow. I got discharged from physical therapy today. My back's doing really well. A couple months ago, I was like very concerned with my back issues, so pretty happy about that. Hey, the Dark Lord Ragnar, thanks for 46 months. Guess you're committed to the D. Hell yeah, Dark Lord. I think I'm gonna just loot away the blast and keep the second Fable. You were in Madison this last weekend and went to Prost. Loved it? What's Prost? Oh, a German beer hall? Gotcha. Yeah, I've never eaten there. I have gone to a German beer hall here in Madison, and it was pretty lackluster. But I gotta imagine this one's much better. It looks better. Oh yeah, their Yelp reviews look pretty good. Yeah, I haven't actually eaten here. It does suck, Frenzy Fox, yeah. Guess I just loot away Spirit Guide. Tempted to tutor up the draw 3 critter and just like rebuy it this turn. I guess I don't need to bring it back this turn. Really just like letting them untap with this one ring. Good chance we just die here. But I don't think there's anything I can do about it this turn. We have 14 damage next turn. 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh no, the one ring's at 3. Yeah, maybe that's just lethal. If they don't have a thing here for me. Yeah, Graveyard Hate or a second ring would save them for sure. You think that Dragon Angel was bad? No. Classic card. The OG. You can't convince me that card's bad. I played it in Chandelar. Really good early game card. Kind of flailed around and did nothing this game, but seems like that was good enough. $16 cards and a lethal one ring trigger on the stack. And then I could also play them in the Cloud Post deck. Gonna be mulling pretty hard for Bauble post board. Good news is I've got some time to eat my burrito. Not that much time. Jesus Christ. That is an efficient Storm player. Needle to name their artifact tutor thinger. I think no other changes here. Maybe Faerie Macabre's better than Lightning Bolt. It's pretty iffy, though. I'll try him out. So this would normally be a very good hand, but it doesn't have a turn 1 Vexing Bauble. And we're going to take a couple mulls towards looking towards that. Or like a really fast kill. Or like turn 1 Painter plus hold up a Reb. Things like that. Always tempting to Reb the Swamp. Rarely correct. I do spawn, yeah. Probably disagree on that spawn. I obviously didn't know that the artist was a turf when I got them, and now I'm like, don't super want to use them. That's fine, right? I thought about selling them as damaged. I could probably still get more than what I paid for them. Like, I originally bought them for the joke. And I think I paid around $100 for the island. And the island is now like $400 or something. A white border is 1/5 of the way to a trans flag border. Hey, that's a way to look at it, Spoopy Stank. Just fill in the rest of the border. They're just unfinished. I actually like that idea a lot. You know, like writing on the actual art, but you're still making a statement. Not that there's anything wrong with writing on the art, of course, but I think I would be more keen on playing with them if they just like had the actual trans flag painted around the border. That'd probably be really easy to do too. Do it with some colored Sharpies. Yeah, I'm not telling anybody else how to feel, Adorb. What are we making a statement about? I have some white bordered Guru lands, and I was talking about how they haven't gotten as much use as I would have liked because the artist is a turf. And then Twitch chat said that the white border is 1/5 of the way to a trans flag. So we were discussing that. Oh yeah, game 1 they went off the flashback wheel to boom. Yeah, the issue is trying to win a game on the draw, right? Kind of Painter's big problem versus these all-in combo decks is yeah, the game that where you're on the play, you can like play some hate pieces, hold up some disruption, that sort of thing. But the only thing you can do on the draw here is like have a mind break trap or something, right? Which is kind of a crapshoot. And I am going to Faerie Macabre and just strip a Dark Ritual and an LED from their deck. Why not, right? Why not? It's not good. Yeah, morning, Aegis. Yeah, just a pile of Simian Spirit Guides would be sick in this matchup. Ashiok's real interesting. They just have tendrils here. One of the nice things about Faerie Macabre over Surgical is that at least we didn't contribute to their storm count. And if we knew it was the last matchup again, we'd keep just because turn 1 Vexing Bauble is so important. Don't love this. It's weird to bin the Engineer, but I think if we win this, it'll partly be because these rebs are good, right? Regret not doing this turn 1 now. Hey, where's player here? Thinks that's 29 months. How are we doing tonight? I'm doing really well. Oh, damn. We got that Aspiring Spike raid. Welcome, Spikers. Spikerinos. Hope y'all had a great stream. Let's give Spike a shout out. The best in the biz. Especially when it comes to Modern Brews and the like. Trying out them new cards in Modern. One of my favorite folks to watch here on Twitch. Definitely give them a follow if you've not yet. For folks that are just joining us, we're doing Legacy today. I'm playing decks that I'm considering playing in the Legacy events at Gen Con, so just try-harding a little bit, not testing any new Bloomburrow cards. Just getting some last-minute reps in and trying to nail down my deck selection. I've got 3 decks that I'm considering pretty heavily. I haven't quite locked in. I'm not sure why they cracked Lotus Petal the other chain. Oh, Eldrazi Temple only taps their colorless Eldrazi spells. I see. I see. Although the Painter's Servant did get hit by a Devourer, which only hits colored permanents, so well, some good, some bad here. Beaten down. Guess I want these bolts. What does Blessing do in this match? It protects Magus the Moon from Dismembers and the Eldrazi removal spells and stuff. it doesn't do colorless. Gotcha. Hey, thanks, Cloud. You as well. They have ways to tutor up, sure. Yeah, doubling up on Magus the Moon seems good, but I think what I want to do is protect this Goblin Engineer from Thought-Knots here and just go get Painter Servant and set up for a win here. I think if they could have gotten rid of the Magus the Moon, they would have done so by now, right? Magus seemed really good, right? And seemed like an important card. One of the cool things about the Karn builds of Painter is you have another card that can just answer a Chalice the Void. Just stop ticking on it. And then I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be slamming Bridge or Fable onto. Oh, shoot, what up? Hey, Bringer of Phubis, thanks for 43 months. And thanks for the luck. Fleshraker might just fucking drain me out through a bridge. I guess I'll turn to the Fable. But it's got a lot of mana available. Oh shit, what up? Hey, Blitzkrieg 4531. Thanks to the sub. Thanks to 78 months there. Looks like they're kicking by a mountain. You think Fable's gonna be looting away Ancient Tomb and Saga here? Maybe. I wonder if I should have mulliganed more aggressively for Magus. I kept the hand thinking that the Ensnaring Bridge was going to be a useful card. And it's, and it's feeling less and less like that's the case here. Like, we can play this Ensnaring Bridge, but we can't actually... It doesn't turn off anything, right? Because I have all these fucking lands in hand. Yeah, they had a really nice turn 3 there. Possible Shaman's supposed to trade on this turn. I think I'm just dead. This is one of those hands where none of the cards really work with each other. Why am I doing this instead of Welder? This is wrong. The Grindstone could have been played off the Saga next turn for free. Nothing else for that Saga mana to do. I've just spent my turn playing Welder. Protect the Painter Servant. I guess we don't have any artifacts in the graveyard. Doesn't really protect anyway. But I did essentially time walk myself. Hey, thanks to Boom. Yeah, one of the things about playing these non-cantrip decks, these Fable decks and stuff, is you don't have much selection. Which means that you either end up with like too many lands or too few lands. Way more often than the Brainstorm decks do. My big issue with them overall, even though I really enjoy their style of gameplay. You hadn't played Painter since Top? I played a lot of Painter with Top. I was one of the first people exporting the vintage Painter deck to Legacy on the early days of the SCG Tour. Right in the tail end of Vengevine shenanigans. Yeah, at the very least, I could have 2 welders down, right? Turn 1 welder, turn 2 grindstone, 2nd welder. Nice groove of those riffs there. All the drums just do their thing. Love that. Free interactions, real good, Octopus Boyfriend. You understand why Force of Will is good, right? Thought about just playing a 2nd welder here. With this, though, if they counter the Painter, then next turn we can flow with Saga, go get Lotus Petal. We can activate Grindstone, hold priority. Weld the Painter into play. And have a turn 4 kill or whatever. Yeah, so if we had played out Welder on turn 1, we would just like still have a win this turn, but because I brain farted and ran out the Grindstone, we no longer have that. A Chromatic Star would be hot here. Just let me tutor up something to weld down and draw a card. So for the opponent to win from this spot, they do need a Brazen Borrower to bounce the bridge. But if we just have Goblin Welder up for the rest of the game, we can protect the bridge that way. That's what I'm planning on at K2. I don't think there's enough mana Wit's End. Remember that we had to sack the Painter's Servant to the Archon, right? Grindstone activate, then respond with a weld. Oh, sure. Yeah, you might be right. Might have missed the line that I'd been talking about. Sounds like meme. And then here I got the wrong fucking thing out. Should have gotten the Grindstone back first for the same reason. No worries. Play a 3rd bolt too. I guess I'll do that. Yeah, I'm trying out Callum's sideboard plan, which makes us a little bit less vulnerable to random orcs and a little less reliant on the graveyard in general. I like that that game showed that they are certainly weak to Ensnaring Bridge. An extra copy maybe makes sense, huh? Oh shit, we can pitch Spirit Guide and then Red Elemental Blast the Daze. What band was the previous song? Tool. Tool was the previous. That was Stinkfist. So the Vexing Bauble turns off the Petal. You Spell Pierce a Daze before? I've had a Daze Spell Pierce before. So you're not alone. No, my painter. Really not sure if I should activate Saga here. Or play out this Fable. I usually regret not casting Fable. Usually have some regrets involved. It's really nice that they can't daze me or anything here, too. I also usually regret not activating Urza's Saga. If the Goblin Shaman lives, then I'm also just like juicing up the Fable too, or juicing up the Saga rather. Why am I suiciding this goblin? Why am I doing that? Was in the mood, I guess. If they crack explosives, do I crack a bauble is the question. Yeah, I really regret that that goblin attack. Could really use some mana. This double Saga draw. Not doing it for me. Naturally drawing the Lotus Petal is pretty awkward. Alright, I'm gonna crack one of these. Even though I lose my treasure. What a miserable fucking hand, huh, on my part? Just a bunch of shit here. Yeah, people have been playing one of explosives to deal with Vexing Bauble and Chalice. It's not terrible. My Saga options this game were a real bummer. Obviously, I shouldn't have attacked with a Goblin that one turn into the Troll. But a Mox Opal would have been real hot. Needle for engineering explosives. Yeah, it could do that. We definitely had Saga Resolve. It's like it's like a one of engineered explosives, though, right? Feels a touch narrow. It depends on what you're trying to beat in Idiosyncrasy. So Blood Moon runs into Besiege You and Force of Vigor, and Magus the Moon runs into Lightning Bolt and Dismember. I'm aware of Fake Mark. They do not grossness. Their main answer to Ensnaring Bridge is Brazen Borrower to bounce it. Thought about just tutoring up Hearse here. Opponent could like literally reanimate a troll or something though. I think going for the win makes sense. Yeah, I think I like Goblin Welder in this matchup just because like 1 mana versus 2 is such a big difference. But I could see alternating based on whether or not you see orcs. Because some people play up to like 3 orcs in the board. So like game 2 I didn't see any orcs, so I brought in the Welders. That is a brutal Faerie Macabre. Opponent just got everything they wanted out of this turn. Yeah, I wonder if Soul Guide Lantern was the correct grab over Vexing Bauble. A little bit worried about them just like making an Archon or whatever. Which Lantern would have prevented. I gotta be very careful about what to leave in my graveyard when they have an active Welder. Damn. Not even a reanimate. Not even losing 6 life here. They did already burn 3 Fatal Push, which makes me think that they've got 4 Fatal Push in their deck post-board. But I'm mostly worried about other answers to Saga tokens. Like Explosives. Or Brazen Borrower. As should have been nabbed the first time, And this is Daze proof, but they could have a Hydroblast. Sometimes they play a 1 of Hydroblast, which I don't actually like, but they could have it. Yeah, I like Vexing Bauble a lot. I think I'm either going to be playing Scam or a deck that plays quad Vexing Bauble. Is my plan. You're very tempting to slam the Ancient Tomb and play the Hearse, but I think being able to protect it with Pyroblast, having the mana up to pay for days, that sort of thing. I think that makes a lot of sense. Not 100% that this is a scam, because Shielded Edict's like not a typical card. And naturally having double Undercity Sewers is weird. Possible Reb should be saved for frogs. Whether they're playing scam or not, I assume they have frogs. Brainstorm's a good card though, Ryan. I shouldn't beat myself for countering a Brainstorm. Fair enough. A little concerning there. They could have exiled them to the frog to prevent the hearse from growing. I think I'd rather activate Saga here than play the Dragon Engine. They're gonna give it flying here now. I assume. No real way for me to prevent that with the hearse, right? Because they can activate and they can always respond. And what they're doing is paying a cost. So when I'm activating the hearse, what I'm doing is I'm targeting. That's the effect. That's the resolution of it. So that's just gonna happen. I can't block it. Why wouldn't I be able to block it? Yeah, White Seal. That's what I'm going to do now, in fact. Yeah, I think what we're facing here is blue-black tempo. We haven't seen any reanimation effects yet, right? And they've got a lot of main deck removal between the edicts and the fatal pushes. So probably a blend of blue-black that's supposed to be better in the mirror, where they can kill their opponent's frog more reliably. Fucking frog? Yeah, you're not wrong. I don't think the difference between attacking for 4 and 6 matters that much, especially because I'm going to be growing the hearse, right? And from 6 up to 8, I'm going to be getting some value. And this way, you know, I have the graveyard covered. In the games that I've played today, I think I agree with Callum's 8th Reb effect in the sideboard. It's been pretty good. I'm used to playing like 5 or 6 in Painter. Kind of a close game, 6 is not a lot of lives, especially if they played the Brazen Borrower instead of the Tameo that one turn. If we untap with the Welder, we have the combo win. And we have a lot of other pressure here besides, right? The Brazen Borrower can't block on the ground. You want to play 2 Hearse? I can see it. Seems good in this meta. I think I like Lightning Bolt a lot less than you do. Just because it doesn't kill Frog. But I guess it's still good against Delver. And it's still good against Tameos and Voidwalkers and such. So the one thing that could prevent them from dying to this attack would be playing another Orc. They'd be able to like throw a ping towards the Welder, and then represent 2 blockers. But we can respond to that with Welder, get back Painter, and then just Grindstone combo them with Red Elemental Blast backup, right? Kind of had our bases covered there. I feel like I don't want to sideboard much here. I imagine they're going to have more Graveyard Hate post-board. Might even be Voidwalkers. Which may be playing Bolts and Furies. I guess Fury's kind of awkward versus Vexing with the Vexing Baubles, Hardcasting it can be so good, though. Just clear a bunch of Orcs and shit. These are the 3 decks I'm considering for Gen Con, Uthanok, yeah. I either want to play a lot of Vexing Bauble, or I think I just want to play Scam. I'm not really sure. This league hasn't really pulled me in any direction, but it was nice to beat a Scam deck. Hell yeah, Pirtle. Yeah, I might just not do any sideboarding. Appreciate it, Uthanok. I like that Chaos Defiler can kill a giant frog. But it would be nice to be less based on the graveyard here. Yeah, frog is definitely the truth. My biggest regret of the few changes I made was cutting the 4th reb from the sideboard. Or the 8th reb, however you want to look at it. How bad is Needle for Frog? Pretty bad, I think. It's still like drawing cards when it connects and stuff. I don't know. Maybe it lets you bolt it. That'd be sweet. Oh yeah, Modern Man. Yeah, the versions of the deck that are not playing like Animate Dead stuff get to squeeze in some Thoughtseizes. Hydroblast. Sure. I do like Hydroblast more in this version of the deck than Scam. Oh, I should have cut down on the graveyard hate. Chaos Defiler should still be in here. And maybe hers should be too. But I'm pretty convinced that they're not entombing and stuff. Like, if I'm not boarding in the Faerie Macabres, then the other graveyard hate should probably come out. Kind of wish I just had another week to play Legacy. Keep prepping. Maybe play League with that Soul Cauldron list. Well, the 7 main deck Rebs have felt really good, though. My most comfortable deck? I don't think I have one right now. I don't think I have one that's like a clear front runner. My Legacy GP top 8s were a very long time ago, but I also had a couple invitational top 8s, and they were really spread out. Well, 2 of those finishes were with Rug Delver, so like I feel comfortable playing like the Days Wasteland strategy. It is one of the reasons that the Scam deck appeals to me. Like, if that's the best deck, then historically one of my regrets in terms of Legacy deck selection is not playing enough Rug Delver, so this could be one of those times where I should just be scamming and not overthink it. But I also have a ton of experience, like, doing painter-type decks. Playing a wide assortment of things. Why am I using the vehicle at sorcery speed? I'm not facing a scam right now, Bogart. So by using the vehicle at sorcery speed, I made it harder for them to give the frog flying, right? If I use the hearse on their turn, then they respond by giving the frog flying. You see how right now they have an empty graveyard, because they just gave their frog flying. Hate that for me. Yeah, I might try a Needle. Nah, there's no opportunity for the hearse to eat their graveyard here, because they can simply respond by exiling to a frog, right? You activate it while they have 2 cards in the graveyard. They just simply discard the 3rd. So I'm going to be cracking this Vexing Bauble. Probably should have done it before damage there in case I hit a red. Yeah, I 5-0'd with Cloud Post the other day, but then I jammed a few games this morning and just like got shit on entirely. So I don't know. I'm still undecided. Hey, Path Losing Simulator thinks the $4.20. Let's play the Summer Quest. Path says, just lurking and jerking. Don't mind me. Never would, Pathing. Never would. This is the Gaslamp Killer. Nissim featuring Amir Yagmai. Hey, Jay Wiz, thanks for the resubbings after 3 months. Let's see. So I'm going to try out Needle. I'm going to try out this stuff. I'm going to cut this stuff entirely. Actually, I wonder if there's enough artifacts if I cut all that stuff. Maybe play another bridge. Yeah, very hard, Fracas. No, there's a lot of good Magic streamers. We got a read from Aspiring Spike earlier. That fucking ruled. Tons of cool folks. Maybe I'll leave one Bauble in. I feel like they don't have Force of Will in post board though. I wonder if I'm just like short on artifacts though. If I go down this low. Oh yeah, I didn't want Lantern. Right. And I could see wanting that Blessing. I could see wanting the Blessing in over Bolt or something. Bolt's got targets here though. We didn't see Graveyard Hate last game. That might have just been a fluke though. Possible I'm supposed to let that Hydroblast resolve. Very possible. The music video for this track's great. Looks like I was wrong. About Dazes and Force of Will. Super wrong, hum. That Needle name might be wrong. Possible I should be on like Wasteland or something. Really good chance our Painter's Servant dies here. Yeah, either dies or gets bounced by a Brazen Borrower or something. To the point that I think activating the Grindstone is actively bad in this spot. Opponent might be over there just like breathing a sigh of relief that I haven't killed them. I'm just sitting there looking at nothing like, anything please. Could certainly be the case. I don't have to fight over orcs. That's why the Painter's Servant isn't serving. Although I guess I'll have to fight over them now anyway. Yeah, maybe, Jean. We currently don't have that third mana, though, right? Might be a situation where we have 3 must kills. How brutal would an Explosives on 1 be here, huh? Oh shit, this is a new Caravan Palace album. This came out a month ago. Put it frantically digging over there. Yeah, I didn't know either, Klingbolt. Hydroblast on my welder there. Yeah, they just never found it. Interesting.